So news broke out of the passing of Kevin Samuels, self-proclaiming love guru. Um, it's a lot of mixed feelings going on right now. He wasn't the most positive person to go to when it came to advice on black women and how to proceed with them as far as relationships and how to settle down and be married. There's one piece that is famous by Samuels that a lot of people are still very upset about. There's actual piece right here I can read to you guys. M Bones 50, he said weight laced cocaine. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying that somebody gave him, somebody gave Samuels uh, cocaine laced with fentanyl. Yeah, somebody. That's what the reports are saying. They laced this cocaine with fentanyl. Um, Crazy man. Read this report for you guys. This medical report right here. So I get the slide up here for you guys so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we go right here as far as the details on uh, his situation, right? So from what they're saying, a woman met Samuels and spent the night with him. She ID'd him as Kevin Samuels. He complained of chest pains, right? He fell on top of this woman, and this woman called 911. Officials came, they performed CPR on Kevin Samuels, and Mr. Samuels was found unresponsive afterwards. Um, they have this up. This is actually up right now. This was actually posted. This is legit. Um, I'm going to put the link up for anybody who would like to come in and give their take. I'll put the link up. You guys copy paste it into your search engine, uh, and you can pull up on here, and you guys can come in and you guys can talk in the room live on the show with me. Um, but yeah, let me tell you guys about this one quote from Kevin. So Kevin Samuels had this one quote, you guys, right, where he says, if you have made it to 35 and you are unmarried, you are a leftover woman. You are what is left. Men know that there is likely something wrong with you. Whether you want to hear it or not, I'm going to go there with you. I'm telling you the truth that you don't want to hear. Men know that there is likely something wrong with you, that you cannot be an adjustable six or higher. Something is wrong with you. That's where men automatically come with. And here's the thing, when you were between the ages of 22 and 25 and you didn't want to settle, you were trying to get the CEO, the pilot, the investment banker, you were trying to get flowed out. And this is one of Kevin Samuel's this is one of Kevin Samuel's controversial uh statements. Um but one thing I can say is the mixed emotions and reports from people. A lot of people uh, have so many different feelings on Samuels. For instance, this young lady right here, I didn't care much for the misogynistic black women dragging opinions of Kevin Samuels, but it's not nice to see people celebrating his death. At the end of the day, he's still a human being, and we must respect that. May he rest in peace. And then you have some people who are more so a little bit upset. Kevin Samuels has made a career off of shamelessly disgracing black women for profit. He emboldened the most toxic individuals to protect tired and harmful narratives about black women. Dead or alive, what a disgraceful life to live. So a lot of people are really upset with him. One woman, Kevin Samuels, has Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he had that since college. If news about his passing is true, a Stanford study suggested people who've had chest radiation for Hodgkin's disease have about a threefold increase in the risk of a fatal heart attack over the next following decade. So it's sad. It's sad to hear about in passing. Nobody wants to, like this young lady said, he's a human being. We don't want to see him go. But at the same time, what he was here for, what he stood for, the words he spoke, the narratives he placed and said, a lot of people disagreed with him. But still in all, the man had a large following. And honestly speaking, I don't think that he made an impact either way. You know, whether we like what he says, whether you want to agree or disagree, he made a very large impact. And the point is, the man passed away. The cocaine laced fentanyl. Okay, so let me read the report to you guys. There's a report here. Let me get this report for you because the coroner's report is pretty much I like going up the coroner's report or the police report. So due to the fact that you have to wait a set amount of weeks to get toxicology and everything like that, it's always good to try to find the police report, which is something that I stumble upon. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, here we go right here. Okay, here we go. On May 5th, 2022, Officer J. Figueroa, Unit 2205, responded to a call at 297 East Paces Ferry. All right. Let me get this for you guys. This is regarding an injured person. Upon arrival, Officer Figueroa observed the fire department engine number 21 performing CPR to a black male, unresponsive on the floor of his apartment. I then met Miss Hortensia Alcantara, who identified the male as Mr. Kevin Samuels. Miss Alcantara stated that she met Mr. Samuels last night, came to his apartment, and spent the night with him. Miss Alcantara also said that early morning, Mr. Samuels complained of chest pain, and she attempted to help him, but he fell on top of her and proceeded to notify 911. Miss Alcantara also said she requested the 911 operator to contact the front desk for a defibrillator to keep Mr. Samuels responsive until Grady arrived because she is a nurse. Grady bus number 7, Mr. Samuels is later reported that he got transported to Piedmont Hospital by the Grady bus. So he was transported to the hospital. Now, it's pretty much, we just have to wait now and see. Salute the my man Troy, the Star Report. Salute to Troy. Troy definitely put that out. Troy made sure he put that out. You guys remember Star and Buck Wild. Star made sure he put that out. Star is actually in the Atlanta area. Star is a very notable journalist. Star has been around for a long time, from Hot 97 to so many different outlets. Being a writer, he's a hell of a writer, which is why he's more notably known in hip hop, which a lot of people don't know, but he's a great writer. But Star is not putting nothing out unless he can honestly confirm. And he had confirmed that last night. So if you guys even want to look further into it, that's somewhere you can go as well. You can guys look on the Star Report. He's definitely put that out. And yeah, man, it's sad to see him go, man. I mean, damn, he definitely and look, if you even look on his, just to show you guys, even with all the negative the negativity that's being put on him right now. You can go check them out real quick. I'll show you guys something. Real quick. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. Give me a second. Show you his YouTube page. Look at this. So look at this, guys. Look at the YouTube page. Look at his YouTube page, y'all. The man, a lot of people follow this man. Look at him. He got 1.4 million subscribers. So granted, he had a way of how he felt. We don't know what the antecedent is or what led him to him feeling like that. Um, not here. I'll show you. Give me a second. I'll show you. As a matter of fact, I'll show you Star's page, you guys. Give me a second. Star report. I'll show you guys the Star report. Here we go. Here's Star right here. Star right here reported this 9 hours ago. So I would want to say around 1 o'clock this morning. And he rocked out for at least 4 hours. So he obviously had a reason to report on this. And like I said, Star's in the Atlanta area. Everybody knows Star's not reporting on anything if he doesn't have credible information, credible sources. Like I say, he's a journalist, he's a writer. We all know Star from Hot 97. We know Star and Buck Wild. I think, man. Let me get back to this real quick. Let me get back to this. I just want to keep going through these reports. Now, a lot of people are questioning why the nurse, the lady, I'm a rock out C double Y. What's up? Talk to me. What's the word? A lot of people are wondering why, if this woman is a nurse, why didn't you perform CPR on him? That's what a lot of people are wondering. Um, one person stated that he battled stage 3 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in college. So the radiation treatment would triple his heart attack rate, a possibility of increasing the heart attack within a 10-year span. That's kind of scary. That if you go and get radiation for Hodgkin's lymphoma, you have an increased chance 3 times of catching a heart attack within 10 years. That's crazy. And then how often do you have to go and get the actual screening and radiation? That's scary, man. But now you can kind of see, mixed emotions from people who felt one way about him positively and some people who didn't have feelings. And then you got others who say, you know what? I didn't like what he represented. I'll be on for a little bit, C Double. So now let's show you guys. Let me show you guys this dude right here. So you can see Who knew all this time he was telling black women will die alone and unwanted, ran through and left over? Kevin Samuels was talking about himself. Uju Anya. At Uju Anya on Twitter. She is wilding. These black women are wilding on Kev right now. Kevin, listen, now, but this is my thing, black women. Please don't OD on him, because then people are gonna have a reason to call y'all spiteful. And that's gonna be another reason why black men gonna have to come from out of nowhere and respect and protect black women, because y'all are gonna don't act spiteful, but don't do that. Don't do that. Let him rest. Let him rest. He will be dealt with. We don't gotta say nothing. If he's gone, he's gone. They wilding on him. Lynette Calfani. Am I the only person who was today years old when I first heard of Kevin Samuels? Okay, she wasn't slamming Kev. Brandon Pope. Okay. Kevin Samuels' brand was rooted in demeaning others. Why would the targets of that be expected to have compassion for him? You write your own eulogy every day by how you treat people. Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. You like that? You write your own eulogy every day by how you treat people? You like that? That's deep. I like that. Okay, Jay Jordan. He said Kevin Samuels fell over on a black woman when he passed away. Even in death, he was pestering y'all. he said even in death, he was pestering y'all. Yo, he's silly. Now people being silly. Saw someone say that can't believe Kevin Samuels is dead because he looks so healthy and well kept. Are y'all okay? What does how someone looks on the outside have to do with death? Something is wrong with y'all, and I want better for us. The Nap Ministry. They are wilding on Twitter. I respect the dead for sure, but y'all on here acting like Kevin Samuels was a civil rights activist. The man got famous off of tearing down black women. That's corny, but to each his own. Mr. CJ Revis at Revis Island on Twitter. Lorraine King. Salute to Lorraine King. She gave him the prayer hands with the heart. But do you see this mixed reactions trail rumored death of dating expert Kevin Samuels? I'm not going to lie. He got Twitter in a frenzy right now. Karma is very, now here we go. I am Lex Styles on Twitter. Karma is very real. What you put out into this world will come back to you twofold. If the news is true, I'm not saying Kevin Samuels deserved it. But if you make a career off bashing other marginalized folks, then with the shrug shoulder emojis, it's crazy, man. But it goes to show you. I believe that is true, though. I like that. I like that statement. You write your own eulogy by how you treat people. I mean, you're always gonna have some people out there that are against you or have some advert in your life where they just have to apply pressure somewhere and you just don't know why. They probably don't even know why. But overall, if you're a good person and you live right, you know, I don't think you're gonna have reactions like this. I think people are gonna be talking about you like this, but it is how you live. You know, you can't really put that type of energy out and expect people to give it to you positively when you go. I just don't want black women to OD on him, and now the world to have another reason to say something about black women. I don't want that to happen. You guys, let me know what you think. Kevin is gone, man. This is sad. I mean, he was only 56 years old. 56 is fairly young. 56 is very young, I want to say. I don't even want to say fairly young. 56 is very young. I never thought he was on drugs. I mean, yeah. Listen, man, I never thought I wouldn't have thought that he was on drugs either. I mean, and not even that. We don't want to say that he's on drugs. I mean, yeah, he could have possibly been using, like which was reported by Star from Atlanta. But I mean, listen, it is what it is, man. We don't necessarily know everybody. Once they turn that camera off, we don't know everyone. We don't know the life that everyone lives once the cameras are turned off. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. No one does. So, you know, we can only hope for the best. But like they said, he was with this young lady, and he was complaining of chest pains that night. And they didn't say what led up to him falling over on top of her. It was just, oh, that night he complained about chest pains, and at some point in time, he fell over on her. So now, did he fall over on her uh, during sex, after taking a hit of this fentanyl laced cocaine? Did he fall over on her because he was standing over her? Like, how did this happen? They don't talk about that. It's very vague. They don't really get into too much detail about it. But that's my thing. The report, the police report is very vague. I can say that. They don't really get into too much detail. Now, this guy's over here. See, all Kevin Samuels did was tell women the truth and tell guys to get their life together. But people act like he's an evil villain in the movie. Kevin Samuels told men, learn a trade, social skills, hit the gym, groom yourself, surround yourself with winners. He told women, stop being delusional, selfish, lose weight, and contempt for men. Be cooperative, friendly. He was changing the world and saving marriages. Rest in peace. Kevin Samuels told women to be in decent shape, not have babies with men they wouldn't marry, and to be reasonable when dealing with men, and y'all wish death on him. You see a lot, and then there's a slew of men who are coming online, and they're saying, yo, enough is enough, man. This man wasn't all what you guys painted him out to be. He's a good person. Because now you have people pointing out the positivity of what he's saying, as opposed to trying to say everything he's saying. Because you can always pull some type of positive energy if somebody's saying something. You don't have to take it in a negative way. Okay, yeah, you could feel a person is saying it in that way, but ask yourself, is what this person is saying to me, am I even applying this anywhere in my life? Now, granted, who are you to tell me about me? Because trust me, I can really get to the point where I get extreme and I want to think that way. Like, okay, now I got to put hands on you. So you just gave me a reason to release all this anger from the past few months to choke you out. But this is my thing. We can't always be like that. And I understand that I can't always be like that. So realistically speaking, I have to ask myself if a person ever does, which it rarely happens because I try to stay on my shit for the most point. But if somebody ever says something to me and I feel some type of way about it, I may not say nothing to that person. I'll think about it, not for too long, but I'll run through it until I feel like I ran through it front to back to front. And then I say to myself, you know what? Am I applying this? Because if I'm applying it, then what they saying, I'm really walking away from that person. Now in the back of my head, I'm like, man, you don't understand. I'll backhand you right now. But I'll walk away. But if I know I'm not applying it, trust me, it's sitting on my conscience. It's going to sit on my conscience. And I think what he was saying touched, for the fact that we're hearing it from a black man. We're hearing it from a black man who's at a certain point in his life, who obviously was able to show everyone he was established. He was smart enough to form a large following online. Because you got to ask yourself, a lot of companies don't even have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. It's hard for a lot of companies to even crack 100,000 subscribers within their first few years. And that's a known fact. So this man had a large following, and you got a chance to see these people on Twitter pointing out the positive things that he was saying. Like he said, just lose a little bit of weight. You know what I mean? Be understandable. Don't make it hard on people. Don't make it hard on men. This is not, it's not bad. These things that they're pointing out are not bad. The streets are saying Kevin Samuels died. Oh my God, there is going to be an earthquake because of all the big women jumping for joy. Oh no. Kevin Samuels, there are many people walking around with cholesterol problems, clogged arteries, etc., but think that because their body looks good, all is dandy beneath. Sometimes the fat people you constantly call them healthy are actually healthier than you internally. Oh, man. I really hope Kev is okay. His influence has such a positive impact on my life and marriage. That is at the Bald Kitten on Twitter. The woman's name is the Bald at the Bald Kitten on Twitter. She said, I really hope Kevin Samuels is okay. His influence had such a positive impact on my life/marriage. Naomi Hit. She said, men who laugh at the death of Lauren Smith Fields, whose high crime was expressing her desire to date out as a black woman, are telling y'all it's wrong to be amused at the death of Kevin Samuels. And the sad part is that half of y'all are going to fall for it. Now look at this. Dirty White Ups on Twitter. She has just dropped a video, little small video, and it says, the F-boys on Twitter are on their way to Kevin Samuels' funeral. Oh, man. The video has 3.1 million views. It's 30 seconds long. It's a group of black men all dressed up in suits on their way somewhere. And she said, these are F-boys on their way to Kevin Samuels' funeral. Man, I've been seeing posts about Kevin Samuels being dead. Some women are celebrating. Women will hate you for saying the truth. Women will hate you for reminding men about their worth. Women will wish you death for exposing their manipulative tactics. Schoon TV. Kevin Samuels did not target. He did not target black women. He targeted irresponsible, delusional women, many of whom happen to be black. Black women do not own the patent on being irresponsible or delusional. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Stop giving cover to problematic people. So we got Jean Daw, music. Daw is in French. Dior. Imagine you pay your respects at Kevin Samuels' grave and his spirit floats up and calls you a broke, fat woman with no chances at true love. People got jokes. They got jokes. You're not on Twitter? You on Twitter? Mm-hmm. You on Twitter? You on Twitter. Okay. On Twitter.
Oh, he was with a lady.
Yeah. Saying he was with that's what they're saying. He was with this girl. He had called her to come over to hang out, and this girl happens to be a nurse. This is why she told them, "Can you please bring the defibrillator and the air machine to stabilize him until they get here?" But the question that they asking on Twitter is, if that is the case, then why didn't you perform CPR? Because she's black.
No, I said this.
Oh, so you said because she's black. Yo, I don't know. That's a good question.
But that's crazy because if somebody does that, like talk bad about black men, black women, they'll like stand against it. Nobody's supporting it. Mad black men over there on social media. He spoke his truth, even if you hated it. Black men do not protect black women. They always side with them if it's a man.
Black women talking about men's toxic behavior all the time, but if you dare speak the truth about their toxic behavior, you'll be shamed into silence. No one is allowed to criticize black women for their toxic behavior, not even black women themselves. Kevin Samuels proved it. It's a lot of mixed feelings, y'all. Kevin Samuels using race science on black women, yeah, rest in peace. He was a terrible human being. This is what I'm saying, y'all. And y'all can see this for yourself. This is the mixed emotions that people are getting from Kevin Samuels. This is what he did to the world. This is what he did to the world, y'all. That's what he did. Y'all are mad. That's what he did to the world. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chop this off because I got gas I need to tend to, and YouTube be tweaking. The algorithm don't want you, you know, showing this stuff because of the sponsors and all of that. So this is what I'm gonna do for y'all, right? I'm gonna zoom in on this for y'all, and we're gonna read all of these Twitter joints together. And YouTube ain't gonna see me with the gas. Ain't no telling who's on here. Good morning, all y'all. I love y'all. Whoever's watching, I know y'all listening. Whoever could be watching, Shane could be on here. Shane be over there. I text him on my phone. Hey, how you doing? Just to check up on him. Yo, I'm live right now. I know I'm watching. So what do I got to do? Look, this is how I flex the screen. This is how I flex the screen. I can change the screen to focus strictly on whatever screen I wanted to. So even though my camera's still on, they can't see nothing. I know y'all listening like, hey, what's going on? All right, where's the evidence that he died of a cocaine overdose? Okay, so check this out, right? What I'm going to have to do for you is I'm going to have to go through Star's report. Star reported on it early this morning. Star has, you got to go on his page in his community section. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that for you right now. The Star report, I'm going to go in his community section. Investigate. Oh my God, look at all these guns. Oh, this is a lot of guns. You should see this picture he just put up. All these guns they found in New York just now. It's a lot of ammo. They got some shit. Ah.
It's crazy because social media has made it so that one person's opinion, even if you don't agree with it, you could just have a certain type of feeling towards who they are directing their opinion towards and just drag on with it. Like a bully.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like that person, you might not agree with what they're saying, but just because you don't like that person too, now you'll be like, okay, I'm with the bully. So there's two bullies on the person.
Right.
So imagine somebody that could possibly commit suicide for what he was saying. Then what would people say? Oh, you need to be stronger than that and not take it to heart what he's saying.
Right.
That's not fair. I'm not to figure out if I could find something like transgender people have. They don't mind talking about black people, but submitting the problem.
Okay. You said you're gonna find something.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afford.
You see what that says right there? Kevin Samuels reportedly dead from cocaine laced with fentanyl. You see that? Now, according to blackenterprise.com, Kevin Samuels, 56, the controversial YouTuber who railed on black women with jaded advice, has reportedly died from a mixture of cocaine laced with fentanyl on May 5th. The news hit black Twitter like a hurricane, with several media personalities reportedly confirming that Samuels was dead. Samuels is best known for his misogynistic views and for saying that black women will die alone. Most recently, he made comments that angered many after calling unmarried women past 35 leftovers. This is reported. You want me to give you the outlet? blackenterprise.com. Now let's go to blackenterprise.com, right? So now I gotta walk through the process with you now. Now I gotta walk through the process with you now and show you what it means to look up and research, right? And now, so you can see. You're not dealing with the dumb dumb. Okay? Let me show you, all right? Before you start talking crazy to me, okay? Let me show you, all right? Okay, I'm going to show you. Don't talk to me crazy, okay? I'm going to help you out. Here we go. Kevin, Sammy. Here we go. Black Enterprise, #1 black digital media brand. Do you hear me? I'll be back. I'm coming to show you this screen right now, okay? I'm about to come show you this screen right now, McDice. Since you want to act slow, I'm about to show you right now. Share screen. Where is the Black Enterprise? There we go. There we go. Black Enterprise. You see this? And now look at this. They even went as far to let us know that it was heart issues. They let us know. So go to blackenterprise.com and you guys can go and check out this article that they released. Black Enterprise, they are the #1 digital black brand on the internet. They already have 33,000 views off of this, just off of this being reported this morning. I believe they were one of the first to release it. There were several, as Star stated in his description. There were several media outlets that reported it. Damn, I didn't know the leftover thing was like most recent. How recent was that? Damn, why would he say something like that? He's crazy. 30. He said, if you're older than 35. Why you do that? What's wrong with him? Yo, guys, why would he say that? No. Think like the 1%. Yeah, think like the 1%. You know what I mean? I gotta go to Black Enterprise. Go look at that article. That's all you gotta do. Go look at that article. Damn, why they doing him like that, man? They doing him dirty, man. My man Kev Samuels, man. They doing him dirty, man. They talking crazy about him. I'm just looking at these Twitter comments. These Twitter comments is. They got a dude. They got a dude in the casket sneaking out peeking out the casket, and it says Kevin Samuels trying to figure out who let women in their 30s with 4 kids at his funeral. What's wrong with people? Listen, one thing about us, no matter what, you can have people that like them or don't like them. There's always going to be people that stand in the middle and have all the jokes. They got all the jokes. Oh man, yeah, they slept him. Kevin Samuels died. What now? Who are the fatherless people going to look up to now? Oh my goodness. Kevin Samuels made a career of bashing women and upholding oppressive gender standards, and y'all want us to take the high road when we find out he passed away. That is Hoodwitch on Twitter, at Hoodwitch with 2 eyes. Exactly how you spell that. Hoodwitch with 2 eyes. She said Kevin Samuels had upholding oppressive gender standards. Regardless of if this Kevin Samuels news is true or not, you got to be an evil MF to cheer for someone's death because you don't like some of the things they've said. That's true. I'm not cheering for nobody's death. We can't play with that. We don't play around. We don't play like that. Yo, Mr. I'm in the building. Salute, yo. Yeah, we can't. We don't play around like that. Not when it comes to death. We definitely don't do that. They wilding on here. They definitely wilding. I don't have anything to promote, but this week is Teacher Appreciation Week, and this month is Mental Health Awareness. Oh, so his tweet got 26,000. So he put that out. I want to say late last night, around like 6. Well, not late, 6 o'clock. His tweet got 26,000 tweets, but he put out. He's a teacher. It's Teacher Appreciation Week. And this month, and his Mental Health Awareness Month. Check on your teachers' friends. Make sure they're good. Celebrate them. The work they do matters. Also, midterms is coming, and vote. Look at this. Well, look at. It's just constant. It's constant, like ups and downs. People are back and forth with emotions and mixed emotions. It's back and forth. Like this is just how it's going to be. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did. There is 3. Wow, I see that. Not you expect us to be sad about someone who disrespected your own people. Make it make sense. Did you feel that way about Bin Laden? Man, these people are crazy. Not celebrating that he is dead, but I'm not bothered by it. He thinks I'm worthless. Now you see the black women are upset. For those that can't see why, Kevin Samuels asked this woman, "What would you do if you're?" Wow, look at this. I didn't know to slander people when reporting their death, but people will cancel for a gay joke they made like 12 years ago. You see, now you have a news channel, you got a news outlet that put a title up that says Kevin Samuels' death rumors go viral amid unverified reports. Misogynistic died at 56. That's not a title you put up about somebody. Misogynistic dead at 56. Come on, man. Yo. People ain't, man. There comes a point when you should draw a line from media to real life. Exactly. Yes, yo. Talk about it. Share it again. Share it on Twitter. Yo, we on Twitter. Go on Twitter and share this. I'm live on Twitter right now. So make sure you go and share it on Twitter. We live on Facebook. Share it on Facebook. We live on YouTube. Share it from the YouTube. I'm live in several places, yo. Keep sharing it. They slandering this man. They slandering him. They are. I'm gonna keep reading these comments, and I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get off here soon, but I'm gonna keep reading these comments. Why do people worship celebrities to the point where they care? Uh-oh. This is obviously somebody who didn't have a care at all about who this man was. Probably is not really familiar with who he was. He said people die every day and we're supposed to be sad because a YouTube influencer died. Someone you didn't know. Someone who didn't contribute much to this world besides hate, by the way. Wow. No. Okay, Nathan White at Troy Don Juan. Nathan White work on Twitter replied to Troy Don Juan, right? He says, I can see if it was Hitler, somebody whose words and actions got people really hurt. But all he said was lose some weight. Come on. Worst thing he ever said was when he called old girl a running back. He said a lot of messed up things, bro. Called a married woman that with 35 leftovers, not wishing death on him. But if he is dead, hell gained an angel. And he died single. The irony. I guess winter came for him. Oh, man. Kevin simply said, y'all asked for too much while having too little to offer, and y'all hate him for it. Crazy how some of y'all ruin cities for a career criminal like George Floyd. But when a decent man like Kevin Samuels dies, y'all wish him dead. This is why the black community is down bad. This is crazy, man. They bugging. Okay, so Tika Raw. Okay, hold on, Tika Raw. I'm gonna get to you. My bad. Okay, C double salute. He said people didn't like his stance, but I get it. But damn. Tika Raw, salute. Rest in peace to that man or anyone who has passed away. I pray for my enemies. The world today is crazy. Yes. Absolutely, man. The world is definitely crazy, man. The world is crazy, man. The world is definitely crazy. Word. The stuff that they saying. You say the same of people who wanted slaves, people who wanted segregation, people who wanted genocide. A bit extreme, but I think you know the point I'm making. Look at what it's doing. Look at what it's doing. Look at the divide it's causing on social media over one person, one man. And the man's words. It's not only the man, but it's his words. Not only the man, but it's his words. So you got one woman, the goddess, Ella. She said, y'all are hype. And this man would get off on the internet and humiliate y'all mothers if he got the opportunity. Oh, well. It's sickening to read. As a woman, I didn't like his delivery, but the things he supported, like marriage, girls not whoring themselves, and finding men of equal status was totally fair. Rest in peace to Kevin. Thanks for trying. Shout out to her. Shout out to She Me One on Twitter. That's SHEMEE1 on Twitter. Salute to you. Okay. Salute to She Me One on Twitter. I'm live on Twitter right now, so I'm shouting out everybody and I'm reading these comments. So if you guys want to go and check them out, let them know I'm shouting them out. I'm shouting them out live on Twitter because I respect that. She Me One. That's at SHEMEE and the number 1 on Twitter. She said, it's sickening to read as a woman. I didn't like his delivery, but the things he supported, like marriage, girls not whoring themselves, and finding men of equal status, was totally fair. Rest in peace to Kevin. Thanks for trying. I respect that. That's real. That's the type of things we want to hear from women. I respect that. Okay, what do we got here? Terrence Cummings. He says what people are failing to realize is some of the things he's talked about are true, but his tactics are off. And even then, he owes none of us how he delivers his content on social media. However, death is real, and no one should praise someone's death. Yes, amen to that. That is true. That is absolutely true. You're right about that. No one should. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. So we got Silly Kitty 777. She says, I don't like anything he said, and I'm not cheering, but I ain't impressed about it either. Karma's an overweight single mother over the age of 35. Go figure. Mm-mm-mm. She's a shooter. He got it's a lot of that's how the internet is these days. We all cheer when Trump had COVID. I'm just reading nothing but saltiness from the woman in this thread, and it's not surprising the bitterness. But guess what? Y'all are just showing him that he was right about all of you, and men's minds haven't changed about y'all. In fact, it's reinforced. You see what I'm saying? And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I said I want women to be smart about this. Women don't. Okay, glitch please. Salute the glitch please. Salute the glitch please. Glitch please says, hold up. Why are people obligated to care that he died? If you're happy, be happy. If you're sad, be sad. Stop trying to police the emotions. People, glitch please on YouTube. Shout out the glitch please on YouTube. Shout out the glitch please on YouTube. Guess what? Right. Y'all are showing him that he was right about y'all, and men's minds haven't changed. They're only reinforced. Say it with me. Accountability is kryptonite to most women. A lot of these women didn't have this energy when Rush Limbaugh died, and he was able to influence opinion and policy that directly hurt them. Didn't come close to having that kind of power. Kevin Samuels didn't have that kind of power. You're absolutely right. So, Kane Dude 08 on Twitter. Salute to you. That's very, very true. That's very true. Glitch Please is very clever. Very clever. I'm even more clever. Orinthian the '09 on Twitter. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, simply transferred from one form to another. He was welcomed with energy, he welcomed others with, and many males are butthurt. When did we start offering people what they didn't earn? Death is as much a part of life as living. A lot of black women, especially black feminists, like the condemn black men. But when black men stand up and point out some things that aren't going wrong with women relationships, they take very offense to the truth. This is Dijani, Dijoni on Twitter. Okay, Dijani misspelled a few things, but I understand what you were trying to say, Dijani. I get it. I get it. Yeah, this causing a big kind of like I said, a divide online. Okay. Okay, Tika Rose said, nah, I'm not feeling that sentiment by Glitch, please. It's one thing not to care, it's another to celebrate death. Families are mourning. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, families are mourning. I agree. You're absolutely right. All right. Tika Rose has spoken. Salute Tika Rose. Go and subscribe to Tika Rose on YouTube if you guys haven't. Check him out. He said, I'm not feeling that sentiment by Glitch, please. It's one thing not to care, it's another to celebrate death. Families are mourning. That is absolutely true. Absolutely. That is true. So, Mansa 888-46047 replied to Troy Don Juan. LMAO, if someone was constantly telling me to do better whilst I didn't want to, I'd celebrate too. Women are glorified, goddess. There's never a thing wrong with them or their actions. Samuels was speaking out what most men knew, but just don't want drama. Mansa 888-46047 on Twitter. I must say, a lot of men won't speak how they feel because they don't want drama. That is so true. And honestly speaking, I have run across several men who actually don't want to speak how they feel. I've come across several men who don't want to say how they feel. They won't because they just like, they're like, no, I won't do it because I know it's going to start issues. She's going to argue. It's going to say this and this and that. It's true. Prodigious underscore LY on Twitter says, I don't wish death on anyone, nor do I celebrate it. Life is precious. However, I'm not about to bandwagon and act like the man was admirable or that he'll be missed because he won't be. It is what it is. Now, Sean Clement, 16, replied to Troy Don Juan. This just shows that women really didn't want to know the truth. Instead, they wanted someone that would agree with them as they blame men for their problems. Men aren't the ones complaining about not finding companionship. Hey, shout out to Sean Clement. Let me like that. And I'm going to retweet that. Shout out to Sean Clement 16. That's Sean Clement. CLEMENT. SHAWNCLEMENT 16 on Twitter. He said, this just shows that women really didn't want to know the truth. Instead, they wanted someone that would agree with them as they blamed men for their problems. Men aren't the ones complaining about not finding companionship. Wow. Wow. Okay, Mr. Okay, what does he got to say? As human beings, okay, Terrence Cummings, he says from Facebook, like I said, we're streaming from Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We're in several places right now. So make sure you guys share this, share it, like it, rock out, read these comments. He said, as human beings, some of us are insensitive to other feelings. If they had a loved one that was doing the same thing Kevin Samuels was doing, they would be furious to see these responses. Absolutely. 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 You're right. I agree. A average a average Barbie on Twitter. She says, if it was a black woman that y'all disliked, these comments would be completely different. Let's get that like and retweet. American Ebony, American. Ebony spelled Ebonie on Twitter says, things are different than they used to be. Some people have massive influence on how groups of people are seen and treated. And now those people can watch you creating that influence around their lives. If you were harming them, they may not see your life as worth its costs. So, I can't even see this. What's the name? What's the name? Okay, at 19 Armageddon. It is not necessarily the person they hate, but the messages coming out from his mouth. Death is a permanent mute. Death means the discontinuation of such messages, and that being an outcome, those who got offended by his messages will no longer hear a word. I like that. I like that. So, S. Survivor, exactly how it's spelled, the letter S. And Survivor on Twitter says the way, quote, women, especially BW, black women, are celebrating his death is disgusting. Women can't take the harsh truth, but love when men lie. The man is deceased and they have the audacity to laugh, joke, and kiki about it. God has a special place waiting for them. Hashtag the ignorance. Shout out to S. Survivor on Twitter. Shout out to S. Survivor on Twitter. Wow, that is real. Shout out to S. Survivor. And shout out to everybody in the comment section. Terrence, Mr. Cummings, Tika Rowe, Glitch Please. Shout out to C Double. Shout out to the Think Like the 1%. Shout out to Ben the Israelite. Shout out to M Bones 50. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Shout out to top of the line John Steele 1000. He said always a drug overdose. Let me throw this on the screen real quick so you guys can see Kevin Samuels. For those of you who don't physically know Kevin Samuels, because a lot of people are still wondering who is Kevin Samuels. A lot of people don't know who he is. They don't know what he looks like. So for you who don't know who Kevin Samuels is, this is Kevin Samuels right here. Salute to Terrence. Shout out to Zaire 6K for the live stream. Real issues needed to be addressed in the world. Battlethon ENT. Subscribe. Yes, indeed, everybody. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that heart button. If you're on Facebook, like it, heart it. Put pressure on that like button. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Twitter, like it, heart it, retweet it, repost it. You know what I mean? I don't like he died from that. Top of the line, John Steele. Yeah, man. And you know, like I was saying, Star reported it earlier this morning. Star was on for about 4 or 5 hours reporting it. But yeah, he's definitely gone right now. He's definitely gone. Let me get back to these. So drums over flats _ on Twitter says can't pass judgment on other people's opinions. That's one thing I learned from this app. People are allowed to not like people. Kevin hated some people and they hated him back. Chick 226, CHIK 226 on Twitter. She says, some of us are not cheering. We just feel a sense of relief. Understood. Senzanga Kanaka on Twitter. You guys can see the name right here. See how you can spell it. Um, hello. What's up? Oh, okay. I'm live right now. I'm live right now. Gonzaga says that's what happens when someone unveils a truth that ruins a lie powered by a lifestyle you've been living. Taking power away from someone so used to having it creates hatred. Sosa underscore Eastside replied to Troy Don Juan and said, if all of those women who called to talk to this man knew how he was and still decided to call and get advice from him, how is he considered the bad guy? And I'm asking a legit question. Deja Tora Jin says a lot of people are here thinking because you don't like some of the things they've said means for any reason at all. If you can get on here and make light of someone dying because you didn't like what they said, may whatever God you serve have mercy on your soul.
People cast their judgment on what you say.
It's just right. It's just you guys can see it for yourself. So beyond the reports and everything I was able to pull up, now you guys can see the other side of it. You can see if he wasn't someone, you wouldn't have this many people talking about him. But at the same time, the things that he said, not everybody agreed with, but you have a lot of male and females who are saying, hey, I don't agree with what he said, but the man was talking about marry somebody, find happiness, build wealth, have children. Like, they focused on, they said it. We don't agree with some of the things he said because he could have said it. His delivery was off. You hear people say that. But then you hear them point out the positive things. Like, overall, the man was just telling you to just have a proper life, do things the righteous way. There's nothing wrong with that, because if you go to church, that's what the pastor might tell you. Live a right way, get married, have children, get a home, build a foundation, live your life. There's nothing wrong with grabbing that knowledge from a person's message and being able to say, you know what, I hear it, not overlook the negativity, because you hear what you may not like what a person says. You can't overlook that. You hear it, but you can pull the overall message that you need to get from what the person is trying to say to you. You can pull a message. And that's what I think a lot of people overlook sometimes, because we tend to get caught up in our feelings and say, oh, you're trying to play me. All right, yeah, you can feel like that, but overall, is this person saying something that can benefit you somewhat at all? You understand? Because if not, then all right, leave it. If it doesn't apply to you, then it is what it is. Don't take it in like that. You see, the Bible says to rejoice in those that go before us. So now I'm confused. I can't be happy. And this London on Twitter. So you, like I said, you have some men who are looking to say positive things. You have some guys who are like, you know what, he's gone. It is what it is. He wasn't the most positive. But more so the women who are finding the positive things to say. Because like I said, because the outlets, the media, the articles focus on him and his pure focus on Black women not being a certain way or not being married by a certain time. This is what people are going to focus on. This is what people are going to focus on and go back and forth over on Twitter. But now, as you have Black women coming on Twitter and coming on social media and saying, hey, I don't agree with this, but the man basically helped me out. I've read a few of these from women. I'm sad that he's gone because this man helped my marriage. You know, for Black women to be able to come on there and say that, I mean, the man can't be all of that bad. The man can't be all that bad. And mind you, he's gone. So the fact that you can see negative comments from women, that's my thing. Like, you know, feel how you feel, but I'm just letting you know, as you speak and spew malice and malicious content, people are going to say, oh, you're the person that he was talking about when he was here. Oh, okay. I'm staying away from you because there's no reason to talk bad about somebody who's not even here anymore. It's over. It's over. He can't even go back and forth with you. So what are you doing? He can't go back and forth with you. It's over. Look, and these is and look, and this is the thing though. This is the thing. This is the thing, y'all. Oh, here we go. All right, listen, check this out, Glitch, please, right? Check this out, Glitch, please. Please continue to interact because this is what we need. We need to see someone who has an opinion, and you are here talking. She says, "I'm not sure why black men are so hurt about black women celebrating his passing. Most black women didn't care for him, so what do they expect? Why not focus on supporting his supporters?" She's talking to y'all. Cats can't even get hot. Yo. Yo. Top of the line, John Still is funny. Yo, you can't, man. That's a you can't. You definitely can't. Um, yeah, this is it. It's a lot of these are so many different it's different age groups of women and men. It's like a large age gap. Like you can tell, like these are from young teens to early 20s, all the way up to 40s and fit. Like this is a gap of people who have these mixed emotions. It's like it looks crazy. It looks like it's just a big divide. It's just a big divide. So DJ Tweet SMMA. He's DJ Tweet SMMA. As soon as I read this, I thought when I open this thread, there's going to be a bunch of people justifying cheering for his death. And the first 10 responses were super predictable. Society is probably at its most foul, and the perpetrators look familiar. Society is at its most foul. That's a fact. Society is foul. Society is foul. Listen, the reports that I read, the reports that I read on social media, on the news, the stuff that I read on a daily basis is out of this world. It's insane. The shit that I read is insane. And I always say, this is crazy. Like, why is this stuff happening? Why is this stuff happening? Put some pressure on the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, that notification bell. I'm gonna rock out with y'all for a little bit longer. It's 11 right now. I can rock out for a little longer. I can rock out. Okay, we underscore R underscore all underscore Craig underscore Z. I'm sorry he died and so young too. It's always tragic, but that man had so much hate in his heart that it finally gave out. He won't leave any kind of meaningful legacy. Mm. And that's also important too. Legacy. Legacy is important. Legacy is important. It is very important. All I can say, okay, Chimgat. All I can say is if you spend your time disrespecting people in life, don't be surprised that people disrespecting you in death. No matter how cruel it may be, the legacy you leave behind will be known by the fruit you bore while you were here. Salute to that. So while you see some people who say positive things about him, and then there's people who say things that are negative that also have not so negative, but it's just not in a positive light. But they say things about him such as what this person just stated. The legacy you leave behind will be known by the fruit you bore while you were here. No matter how cruel it may be, and and you know that's true. People are going to remember you by what you did while you were here. Um, this is why I feel it's so important to be passionate about something, because if you can find a pure passion, something positive, you can give back to so many different things without actually trying to do it because you're passionate. And that's the beautiful part about it. But because of what he spoke about, things he said, people just didn't agree. They didn't like what he said. They didn't like the things that he spoke about. They didn't agree with him. So that's understandable. I definitely understand. So, all right, y'all. I'll read a few more of these comments and we're going to slide up out of here. The way you women are treating the news of Kevin Samuels as a celebratory event is revolting. And y'all are evil, twisted, deranged, selfish, careless, conceited, and distasteful to say the very least. And it's ironic because y'all are literally proving he was right about y'all. This is a Oh man, Amari, A Mariah Nafai on Twitter. You guys see the name right here. Shout out to her. As I said, you have a lot of black women who are coming on here and giving their opinion, and they are upset at how black women are representing them, even in a man's death. They are upset because this is not like as I said. You're gonna have some black women who come up and say, "Hey, I don't like this. I don't like this man. I hated this. I don't like that. Who cares? This is what happened. It is what it is." And then you're gonna have those women that say, "Hey, listen, sis, I hear what you're saying, but damn, you don't gotta come on here and do this. Like you not understanding you representing a whole group of individual?" And this is basically the conversation between these women on social media. This is what's going on. y'all mad at people for celebrating that Kevin Samuels died, but then care when he was spewing a bunch of misogynistic, sexist information. Please cry me a river. I'm your host, Eric. Wow. This is wow. I gotta, I gotta quote this. I gotta quote this. I'm your host, Eric, on Twitter. Wow. Yeah, that was true. I'm your host, Eric. He says George Zimmerman is on tour signing autographs, and Kevin Samuels is the one y'all want dead. Wow. Oh man. So you see a man who has even nothing to do with what Kevin Samuels spoke about, stood for. He has nothing to do with uh, a person of color. This is a this is this man is speaking truth. George Zimmerman is on tour signing autographs, getting money, getting paid, and we're looking and celebrating Kevin Samuels. Adam 22. Mm-mm-mm. So now Adam 22 says Kevin Samuels was a good dude who gave a lot of people solid advice. He got smeared for having a backbone and an opinion, and he didn't back down to the mob. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. So we got at the Mr. Milan, Teak Milan. He says Kevin Samuels hated all the women I love. Fat black woman, ambitious black woman, women over 30, black women with standards, black women that like sex, the black girls that want to be taken care of. There was no value in what he said, but his silence is golden. Mm, man. O'Shea Jackson Jr. O'Shea Jackson Jr. So this is Ice Cube's son. This is Ice Cube's son. Okay? So this is Ice Cube's son, right? This is what he has to say. Protect yourself out there, fellas. Everybody is perfect on the first date. You have to know what you don't like about a person before it's considered real. Find you a good one, treat her right, make sure she does the same, lock it down, and get out the game. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. You see, so you have people who have positive things to say. You understand? All right, so Glitch Please says, did this man have any substance of his own to reflect on? I'm trying to understand why black men are so focused on the responses of black women as opposed to what Kevin Samuels actually contributed, why he was here. Okay, that was Glitch Please. Mr. Lieber says he was right. He made females look at themselves with reality. Mm. And I think that's what made women not like him. I think that's what made women not like him. At underscore the Sean, he said, wow, Kevin Samuels really did pass, that's sad and unfortunate. And all the big women jumping up and down celebrating his death is the most exercise y'all ever going to get.
I know some of them possibly help deliberately. I don't know if that's like something that a news does out about it.
It's crazy. Here's Umar. Here's Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson says, "Rest in peace, brother. Rest in paradise. I did not agree with the message or the method, but I've seen our community repeatedly celebrate celebrities who have done far worse than Mr. Kevin Samuels. I don't like to see insults, mockery aimed at our recently departed. He has a family and possibly children. I send them my deepest condolences as I ask the Most High to shrink his faults and expand his virtues. May the ancestors receive him with good fortune on the other side." Mm-mm-mm. Peace to that, man. Or peace to that. Judge Joe Brown. Salute. Always speak the truth. I like Judge Joe Brown. He always speaks the. So, Judge Joe Brown TV on Twitter, he said the brother pulled no punches. He was a dose of candor that was good for us. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Terrain Walker says rejoicing at Kevin Samuels' death is like throwing a rock at a mirror because you hate your reflection. Man, I could go on all day reading this. I can go on all day reading this. I could do this all day. I could do this all day. I could do this all day. I could do this all day.
I'm gonna see how long I can do it.
I could do this all day, Kevin. Some of us black women mourn the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but celebrating the unconfirmed death of Kevin Samuels, life nor death should be mocked. And if a product of modern feminism is to have condolences for a white woman but not a black man, then I want no parts. Mm-mm-mm. That's yo, listen to what this woman is saying. If a product of modern feminism is to have condolences for a white woman but not a black man, I want no parts. Speak. Speak. That's like it, but this is and look how people are getting dissected online because people are start things like this expose people. People could lose following, all kind of things just based upon how they speak. This is why I'm not choosing sides. You say what you say. I don't really you say what you gotta say. I just know me personally, I'm not gonna speak bad on the dead. That's not what I'm gonna do. That's not me. I'm not gonna speak bad on you. That's not how I give it up. That's not how I give it up. I'm not doing that. I mean, I'll leave that to the people who do, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Okay, so Ant Me 10, lose weight, get your money up, get on your purpose. Told women, lose weight, get a man in your range, stop wrecking your homes, leaving marriages and relationships at an 80% rate. Guess who mad? Women. The truth hurts and accountability is their kryptonite. Huh? A lot of men coming on here and dissecting how they feel. I understand. I'm starting. I see what's going on, man. Huh? Blixberry, Blixberrie, on Twitter says someone said Kevin Samuels was trying to fix black relationships because he cared. Kevin Samuels once said black women are on the opposite spectrum of beauty. Hmm. Y'all are more mad at Kevin Samuels than Joe Biden. People have listen. People are gonna go on and on. Each time I want to fight for African rights, I use only one hand because the other hand is busy trying to keep away Africans who are fighting me. Oh wow, wow, that's that's real. That's real. Let me. That's real. So Rich underscore Cooper. He says, wait, didn't Kevin Samuels just tell men to be better and corrected bratty women's overinflated ego slash entitlement to reality? The truth sounds like hate when you hate the truth. Love him or hate him. You can't ignore him. Wow. That's so true. That's so true. So the real Kesh MED says Kevin Samuels was one of the reasons that motivated me to lose my weight and start my health journey. Hashtag Kevin Samuels. And she shows, I believe, a screenshot from the conversation that she had with Kevin Samuels that must have led up to this weight loss journey. So that's dope as well. So Twin Gold Akashi, I'm gonna read a few more and I'm out of here. Twin Gold Akashi says Kevin Samuels is apparently deceased and women are celebrating his death. These are the same women that didn't understand why he was always saying their personalities were absolutely garbage. The cognitive lack of self-awareness y'all have is wild. And y'all are displaying it on social media by celebrating this man's death. Let me see. Okay, Jamal Green on Twitter. He says Kevin Samuels' mission to bring black families back together should be a mission we continue. You may not have liked his delivery or controversy, but we shouldn't forget the destination to increase marriage rates and bring black family structure. Whatever is the truth, I pray for us. Salute to Jamal Green. Let me see. He's a Christian, dating expert, lifestyle coach, influencer, and image consultant. Kevin Rashawn Samuels.
No. I thought his name stopped.
All right, y'all. I'm getting out of here. Love, life, and loyalty is the model. Stay safe, stay real, stay true. You rock with me, I rock with you. I appreciate everybody in the comments. Bitch, Lieber, Glitch, please. The Word Sport, top of the line. John Still 1100, Terrence Cummins, Tika Rowe, my boy C Double. You know what I mean? Think like the 1%. And Bones, Ben the Israelite. Salute. I appreciate everybody that came in here. I'll speak to y'all, man. You follow 6K, you know the way. One.